If you weren't already skeptical of Bill Gates, I'll give you a reason in this video. Everybody, you're watching Speechless. Cut for time. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Speechless Cut for Time. I'm your host, Phares, 22-year-old conservative college student out of Central Illinois, covering news that might not be able to make it on my radio show, but I still want to make sure that we get out there. And to make sure we do that, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, set it to all, send this to your friends, share it, and leave me a comment. What do you think about what I'm talking about here? But like I said, if you didn't already hate Bill Gates for maybe his ties to Jeffrey Epstein and unanswered questions regarding that, maybe the amount of farmland that he's bought up, several 100,000 acres, and not really giving a clear answer as to why, or maybe it's the amount of money that he put into the I'm not allowed to say that word, but we all know what I'm about to say. A certain jibby jab that was pushed significantly by the left and has had some interesting consequences. If you didn't already hate him for that, well, he's been in the news recently because he has invested $95 million into the disgraced Anheuser-Busch brand. Yes, out of the New York Post, Bill Gates appears to believe that the owner of Bud Light is poised for a comeback, recently paying $95 million to buy up 1.7 million shares of Anheuser-Busch, according to financial data firm TipRanks. The 67-year-old billionaire bought up the shares via his Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation Trust during the second quarter of this year, TipRanks found. The Seattle-based charitable foundation reportedly holds assets valued to the tune of $69 billion. Anheuser-Busch is still reeling 5 months after they had their transgender mishap with Dylan Mulvaney, one of obviously the most interesting people of the last few months, gaining a lot of fame by cosplaying as a woman. What is Bill Gates's plan here? That's the real question many consumers are asking, is what is his plan? Why is he buying up all this stock? And is this an instance, because here's my questions. All I can do is speculate. I don't really know. I'm just a college business major, a little bit, and I got a poli-sci major as well. So I don't know everything. But my question is this an instance comparable to that of like a BlackRock or a Vanguard, where you have these Bill Gates is worth a lot. I'm pretty sure BlackRock and Vanguard are worth even more. But is this an instance in which somebody wants to protect the woke? And so they will put them on life support in an attempt of revival to protect the woke, and if not, even push more of the woke. Bill Gates is a very questionable individual. And while very successful and has created a lot of the instruments that I'm using right now to record this, yes, based off of what Bill Gates started with Microsoft. But he's a different man now than he was when he started Microsoft, and I will 100% say, and I can say that with absolute certainty. And so what is his aim here? Let me know what you think in the comments. To me, I think it seems like woke supporting woke. And that's what he's pushing for. And we know these multi-billion-dollar elites definitely have an interesting agenda. And while I don't want to by any means push a serious conspiracy theory, skepticism is warranted, absolutely. And going along with this story, another quick Bud Light update, simply because obviously there's not much to report there, because all I know is that he invested millions of dollars, and it's not the first time he's invested a lot of money in beer brands. However, from what I saw, that he also has invested in Heineken and some others, but this is the most I believe he has ever put into a single beer brand. And it seems like life support for an interesting agenda. But out of a similar story, Rob Schneider, popular comedian who has been in movies like Grown Ups with Adam Sandler and other Adam Sandler films, and now has become a huge voice for comedy, but also just free speech and a lot of conservative issues, went viral earlier this week after accusing Dylan Mulvaney, Bud Light's popular male who pretends to be a woman, Rob Schneider accused him of gender appropriation. And this is hilarious. This is something I've even said on my show. Schneider referenced the term cultural appropriation, which is also invoked by the political left. This is out of the Daily Wire. When people dress, act, or otherwise publicly partake in an element of culture to which they were not born. Schneider argued that taking another gender for oneself amounted to the same thing. In a tweet on Twitter, X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, Rob Schneider said, if you believe there is such thing as cultural appropriation, then certainly this gentleman, referencing Mulvaney, is guilty of gender appropriation. Funny joke, but it's true. It's absolutely true. But then, of course, the left went crazy. Rob Schneider was in a movie called The Hot Chick, and some lefty said, bro, you literally got paid to do this, citing the poster for the film. One critic used a gay slur to attack Schneider, saying, is this And then the F word for gay people, the slur, for effing real. This guy has made a career out of playing everything but a straight white man, yet he hates everything that isn't a straight white man. He's just pissed he can't make trans jokes anymore without people burning his A. Bye, Rob. So there's all these people that are coming after him. But here's what Schneider says. While many people would bow to the woke mob, he says, I'm not. I don't care about my career anymore. I care about my children's, the country they're going to live in, declaring that he was absolutely prepared to lose everything for what he believed. Schneider has spoken out on transgender issues before and has called on parents, coaches, and female athletes to refuse to play against male athletes who identify as female, saying this has to stop. And if you're watching my videos for the first time, this is not the first time I've commented on transgender issues. This is not the first time I've talked about actors commenting on transgender issues and actors, period, in the transgender movement. And I've said Dylan Mulvaney is probably one of the smartest people because he was a failed actor that started acting like a woman professionally, day in, day out, method acting, basically, and getting praised for it as a transgender hero, period. Now, Rob Schneider is an actual actor, a person who gets paid to do a movie or does a comedy sketch, anything like that, and then he's done with the role. He is popular for like bench warmers, all that kind of stuff. But people want to call him out saying, you get paid to be an actor. It's kind of funny. Like you get paid to be literally anything but a white man. That's what an actual actor does. So when people go after somebody for playing a paraplegic when they're not actually a paraplegic, that's what acting is in a movie. The problem is that now we have people that are pushing a dangerous ideology that targets children. A significant portion of it does, because big pharmaceutical companies want to keep children on hormone therapy and through different drugs that are needed post-surgery for their entire life for profit, putting their profit over the lives of children, for embracing this idea that needs to be loving and inclusive. No, a compassionate individual would say, honey, you're not a woman. Let's get to the root of why you believe you are, and then work on that. And recognize gender dysphoria for the mental illness it is. And Rob Schneider is right to call this out because it's a comedic way, and yes, undermines a little bit of the severity of the situation. But seriously, if the left wants to come at people for maybe wearing a sombrero on Cinco de Mayo saying you're culturally appropriating, how is Dylan Mulvaney doing anything less to women? And gender appropriating, culturally appropriating gender. How is he not? I don't know. But what do you guys think about Bill Gates buying a little bit of Bud Light? What do you think about Rob Schneider, what he had to say about Dylan Mulvaney? What about Dylan Mulvaney? Dylan Mulvaney won an award recently. I got a video about that on my YouTube channel. Go check that out. Why did he win an award? You got to see it to believe it, everybody. Well, everybody, that's all I got for this quick hit here. But don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, ring it to all, comment what you think about anything I talked about here. Watch another video. They'll be coming up on the side of the screen here. And don't forget to share it with your friends. God bless you guys. God bless America. And you've been watching Speechless. Cut for time.